Alright guys, welcome back again. Alright, just wanted to show you guys how I installed the main tank here. Alright, like I said, my F-16 being a hybrid, I guess you could call it, honeycomb, some of the new honeycomb and the old material as well. They decided to change the tank layout. Before it used to have four smaller main tanks. Two would go here, and then of course two would sit on each side of the forward half, basically back up on this little shelf on each side. Well, they changed it apparently, and now you get three tanks, one main and two saddle. And this one's typical oval, well, peanut shaped, I guess you could call it, or bean shaped design. And it basically, the only place it'll fit is, of course, right here on top of the, the duct, the inlet duct. And I already made a past video showing how I had to trim this out. James said don't trim this, but I'd already trimmed it. Only thing I'm going to do is just reinforce this area right here with a little bit of, maybe a little wood block or a carbon fiber. No big deal. He said just push it down, and I didn't really want to push down and collapse anything because there's really no room to push, because the engine, the turbine sits right here, and it sits pretty much almost on top of the turbine anyway, so there's really no pushing it down. So I don't think there's any way to get one in there without trimming this. That's just my opinion. But anyways, what I did was took I don't know what this is, 1/8 ply, and obviously I had to do a little bit of molding. This piece is like this because this is going to be up inside the area which the fuel tank sits on top here. And I needed something to support the front. So I made this little bracket here. Tank sits right in this area, and then of course you got a bolt in here, and you can kind of see there pictures I took last night. They're hard to see. I glued in 2 mounts, got a blind nut on there. This simply just fits right in there, up against, nice and flush because it's flat, up against this carbon fiber reinforced honeycomb bulkhead. And obviously tank just slides forward in like that, and then of course I glued a piece onto the back of the tank that attaches with a screw or a bolt, just sits right on top of this, with the bolt. So the back is supported by the cross beam and the front is supported. And then what I may do is I'll probably put some industrial strength Velcro across the top here, and then maybe a little bit under here, just to keep it nice and secure. But with it bolted in and this little support on here, it's not going anywhere. The only thing I thought about doing was maybe taking gluing 2 little blocks on this side so that that center piece would have something to keep it from going left or right. But I don't even think it's needed with the back being supported like it is, but we'll see. So that was just a quick little video how I did that for people that are going to run into the same issue that I did. I brainstormed for a couple weeks trying to figure out how to do it, or the way I want to do it, and this is what I come up with. So let's focus here. There it goes. There's something to focus on. Alright. Other than that, that's about it. So, and just a little update on the afterburner ring. I did go ahead and glue in another support. So I got 2 aluminum brackets on top and bottom, and then the 2 on the side are just light ply pieces that I have a little screw in on each side to kind of help support it all the way around. Talk to Detail for Scales. You don't need any special screws to mount that, just some small ones that'll will work. But I'm going to go ahead and get the tank installed. I'm going to go ahead and connect all the fuel lines, do the lock wire for them, and then I'm going to put the 2 together, and then I'll go ahead and install the UAT. Made me a little box for the UAT, and I'll just glue this somewhere inside. So I went ahead and painted the rest of the inside yesterday too, all the way blue back there. And of course I got my plates I'm going to have to mount in there somehow. But that'll be for a later video. You guys take it easy.